Hi, and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy Friday night to join me. I really do appreciate it. I'm not gonna do any self-deprecating tonight, I promise. I'm not gonna mention how I think that, the way that I got my beard trimmed makes it as if I painted, with black marker on my face and then like a whole bunch of white marker, you feel me? I'm not fooling myself, but I'm just saying that, I think that, and I don't think that's a bad thing. But moreover, what I do think is a bad thing is secret shopping. And tonight, that's what we're talking about, all right? So, in case you guys didn't know, such an industry exists. And arguably it should. In case you didn't know, secret shopping is a thing. People get paid to do it all the time. And again, in theory, you'd think that it's a good idea. You'd want companies to pay random people to go into stores, and wouldn't you say, I say hi to Jackie Chan just for a second there? That's Jackie Chan. He loves the screen. He was made for the camera. Anyways, Jackie Chan's my buddy there. I hope that you guys are doing great. Let's continue to talk about secret shopping. And so it's a legit thing. And in case you guys didn't know, and it's not something that I typically publicly just kind of disclose, right? Because then, you know, how would I have an opportunity to continue to get work in this industry? But I got to give the middle finger and or the bird and or if I wasn't such a decent kind of a guy, I'd get into it with some more specific kind of language. You feel me? Because I have unfortunately now found out all the bad things along with secret shopping. So secret shopping, companies pay people to have randos go out into the world. Let's say, for example, like a large bank. You know what I mean? Again, this is just all theory. I'm just working with fictional information here. I'm just saying, let's picture for one moment a large bank. I'm the president of the Galactical Federation Bank and Exchange. That's my role, and as I'm doing that, as I'm in my role or whatever, I'm just like, hey, I need to hire some people so that I can make sure, all my staff is doing what they're supposed to do at the Galactic Federation Banking Institution. That all of the morale and ethical standards of making people believe in fake money. There's a lot of good ways to go about selling people a Ponzi scheme, and there's lots of unethical ways to go about selling people a Ponzi scheme. You feel me? Because there is no denying it. In an era where currency has been it's no longer backed by anything of intrinsic value, and so now it's just all fun and a lot of hope and some games. But again, I'm just saying that secret shopping, I'm a president of that bank. I hire a bunch of people. They go out into the field and they check on all my branches of the Galactic Federation Bank Institution. You feel me? They're out there in the world. I'm the big boss guy. I'm sitting in my chair playing golf or whatever it is that big bosses do. And that's what I'm doing, right? And all the while, a person, one of these select individuals that I've agreed to pay, because that's the other thing is, I gotta offer some type of some kind of compensation, whether it be intrinsic or not, because then otherwise that would literally just be slavery. But anyways, there's some thing to have said about that, and it's actually not just all fun and games. But anyways, secret shopping, in that fictional role that I'm playing, I send a bunch of people out. One of them comes back to me, and they're not giving me the kind of results I want to hear. You feel me? It's Shanae and Timothy Wagner and everyone was misbehaving. You feel me? All of the tellers that were working at these banks. And you may think I just recently maybe have met someone with that particular name, so that's why that name, beautiful name by the way too. But anyways, yeah, this girl on the bus. But anyways, let's just say that those two people come and they tell me bad things, right? Like about those people, you feel me, or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, I don't want to hear that. I'm like, nope, that's not what I want to hear. Sorry. Not only are you not going to get paid for the assignment that I've sent you out to do, but you're going to go ahead and just negate your total evaluation of that secret shop, because it's not in my best interest to have, that kind of narrative out there. You feel me? Regardless of how Shanae and whatever the other fictional person character reporting name is. You feel me? So I'm just saying that, like, that may or may not have happened. I used to be a secret shopper, okay? So for like 10 years now, at least, maybe I think closer to 12, I've accepted part-time work from various companies to go out and secret shop. You feel me? And recently, I had an experience where I went out and did a secret shop, and two, to be in particular, and the customer service was intolerable. Like, it was beyond any sort of unpleasant experience you could possibly imagine. I mean, but can you imagine someone treating someone that looks like me that bad? I'm gonna let that, sort of sit with you for a second. Anyways, I'm just saying that, like, I really, really, did my job, right? And again, I've been doing this for at least going on 10 years, in some kind of a capacity. And I've never had any issues. You feel me? Never had any issues up until recently, where I had an unpleasant experience at a place that I was secret shopping. And not only did I not get paid, but I essentially got banned from the platform. And if I didn't, then I definitely am now, because as I'm sure you all know, I'm a pretty opinionated guy, and I didn't very much appreciate that happening, Like, I didn't appreciate running into another example of which some boomer is out there making sure that the narrative of what actually happens IRL, brick and mortar, in retail stores and or in other private establishments or in incorporated ones or whatever, you feel me? Like, it's not, when people are not behaving properly, right? Like, so when you go into a place and people are working and they treat you like crap, let's just say, for all lack of a better word. I can't believe I just said that. I promise I'm not 8 years old. I just really don't like to cuss, and I felt terrible the other night because I called the guy from Palantir an F-boy. So if you haven't watched that video, I definitely encourage you to watch that video, just right below you here. Anyways, I'm trying to get away from these whole... Anyways, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's almost as if I practice them, but I promise I don't. Anyways, you see what I'm saying? There's probably got to be 5 or 6 times in this entire video. Friendly reminder, these are all improvs. I lack more than a handful of brain cells, and at least I try. Nice guys finish last, I guess. That's why I'm just chilling here alone on a Friday night. Anyways, I don't really like the entire idea of secret shopping a place, reporting the truth, and then getting in trouble for reporting the truth. You feel me? And then, like, moreover, having the very same people that you were supposed to have been secret shopping call your boss. So it's sort of like, the manager at the Intergalactic Federation Bank Institution, calls me, and they're like, yo, Shanae, they're like, these secret shoppers, they weren't behaving. They're bad. They disclosed to us in some magical fashion that they were secret shoppers. Again, if you can't distinguish the truth, like, in a way that is absolute, then, like, maybe you're sociopathic. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor. Again, I'm nobody. You feel me? And again, I really mean that. But at the same time, what's the difference in that particular industry? My question, and it's not a rhetorical one, is just sort of like, again, like what's the difference when I'm secret shopping and I'm supposed to be reporting accurate, factual information that occurs. Jackie Chan, buddy, let's not knock over the camera, and I don't want to get this close to the camera. Jackie Chan, Jackie. Okay, so right now we got somewhat of an issue. My little cat is trying to, I don't know, he's trying to get some more screen time. Jackie Chan, come here, buddy. If you come here, you can come on, okay? Come here, but you're gonna knock off the lights, Jackie. Don't do it. Okay, as I was saying, Jackie Chan, before that, but that's still currently happening. And there's nothing that I can do about it, you know? I mean, cats do what they want to do. It is what it is. I really hope that Jackie Chan doesn't knock over the camera, because we're 10 minutes into this video, and I don't want to redo it. So, Jackie Chan, please behave, buddy. Good boy. Anyways, Jesus, I really gotta do something about these lights. Can you guys figure that out? You know, for the last 2 years since I've been making videos, I still don't know how to properly light myself. You'd think that it'd be something I'd be more concerned about learning how to do. I keep telling myself I'll get there, and I never get there. Anyways, secret shopping. It sucked. My experience, and I'm gonna get out of character here. Alright, cool. So it's easier to actually explain without like any humor or anything, you know, when I'm not like in that character myself of a caricature of somebody that doesn't matter at all. Oh boy. But like seriously, I was a secret shopper, you feel me, for a long time, at least 10 years, and recently I got in trouble. I didn't get paid because some manager out there had an issue with me reporting the absolute truth. You know, again, like, it works both ways, my friends out there. You feel me? Like, don't you have to treat customers nice? And moreover, the point that I was trying to reiterate in that weird way that I was, in whatever way that I went, is that, like, if you didn't do a good job, like, wouldn't you want to know that you didn't do a good job so that you could do a better job? And isn't that my job? Like, or is it just to continue to, like, make people feel some type of way when they don't deserve to be there to begin with? And that's kind of the other thing, is like entitlement, you know. It seems as if when you call people out on like entitlement things, they get real angry, and I don't understand, again, what the fundamental difference is between me letting a person know that I don't like the way they're treating me, and then like them thinking that I must be a secret shopper because I'm asking why they would treat me like this. I can't connect the dots, and 2 plus 2 isn't 5. You know, at least not in this universe. I'm just saying that secret shopping sucks, and I don't care. You know, like, again, it's not the first thing I've been banned from, nor will it be the last. A lot of places seem to really not like the truth. You feel me? I mean, who would? Look at the world that we live in. A fascist is running it, you know? Half of it's on fire. The other 3/4 of the entire 8 billion people on the surface of this planet are economic slaves. So, like, yeah, you know, I get it. It's cool. I get, you know, the way that, like, all the crooks want to continue to look out for all the other crooks. But, like, at the same time, you know, like, at what point is it, like, okay to talk about truthful things in a way that, like, can, you know, actually have some cool solutions to some problems that are clearly there? You feel me? I've never understood that, and recently that happened, and I didn't know what to do about it. So, 1 second, okay? Alright. Little Jackie Chan is, really, really trying to get on camera here. Hey, Jackie Chan, come here, buddy. Come here. If you want to come on camera, you should come here, Jackie Chan. I promise I'm not talking to myself. Although, it would be quite fitting, and yes, I do talk to myself. I made an entire video about how I talk to myself, and no, it's not anything weird. It's just, I'm a lonely guy sometimes, and I'm the only one that can put up with what I have to say sometimes. And even then, most of the time, it's not a very pleasant experience. I'm very hard on myself, you feel me? As I should be, right? I don't know. It's because I walk out into the world and, you know, I'm not ready to be treated in a certain kind of a way, and then I call people on it, and then I get in trouble. And then not only do I get in trouble, but like I don't get paid. You know, like how does that work? How does that work, secret shopping industry? Like how is it that people can do assignments, you grade them on it, everything's more than up to par, you feel me? Just so that, you know, one of those very same people that I just wrote a report on could call my boss and tell them that they didn't like the way that I was behaving. Again, like, what? Like, you didn't like the way that I was behaving? I don't even know what that means. Like, because I was there to do a job, and it was unfortunate that I had to see this job through, because if I didn't, I would have walked out the very moment that I laid, you know, a sort of eye on the person that was talking to me as I entered this establishment. You feel me? Just because, again, like why on earth would I do anything other than that if it wasn't any other situation? You feel me? So like, yeah, I dealt with it. It happened, and that was a real story. And so I wanted to talk about secret shopping tonight, and it's an interesting thing. Again, I did it for a long time, so I'm not gonna say that like it's all bad, because typically things are pretty on point all the time. You feel me? Like large corporations do a relatively good job of standardization, you know, within all their different like departments and stuff, and it shows, because again, a lot of the time you'll do a secret shop. Most of the time, 99.9% of the time, they work out. Everything's cool. Everything's copacetic. You feel me? There's a small percentage of the time, though, I guess, that it takes, I get once in every 10 years, where something truly terrible happens at a place that you're trying to secret shop. You try to report it, and then you get in trouble for it. Again, I lost $120. Like, and I just don't have, like, $120 to just, like, lose on a perpetual basis. You know? I mean, it was a couple hours work, no big deal, of, like, actual work, writing included, but, like, half a day of traveling, you feel me? And like 3/4 of an entire day that was extremely stressful, because the people that worked at these places that I secret shopped were just like the worst people ever. Again, like I would have rather done so many other actual like bad things than have put myself in that situation if I wasn't getting paid for it. So like my behavior was on point. Like I had every incentive to be on my best behavior. I knew that I wouldn't get paid, you know, if not. So like I guess the way that I was thinking didn't work either. So I'll have to reevaluate all of my contingencies moving forward, because you'd think that like I would think those things, you feel me, at least on some small level, and I thought that I did, but like I guess I didn't. And I guess if I wanted things to go over smoothly, I should have just lied. Like I should have just lied. No problem. I should have just been like, everything is peachy. These people are the best people in the world. You know, I want my grandpa. My grandpa, he's still alive. He's near 90 years old. Love the guy. It's so good that, like, I want him to be a customer. You feel me? Shout out to my grandpa, who is an ex-Navy veteran, and he did a lot for this country, and I love my grandpa. And at no point in my life would I ever, like, it's a silly notion in terms of just, like, yeah. I kind of forgot entirely what we were talking about there. Oh yeah, secret shopping. Anyways, and then my grandpa got put into the conversation, and I love you, Grandpa. I haven't seen you in a very long time. It's been a couple of years, but hope that you're doing well, sir. Anyways, I hope that you guys are doing good. I know that was basically kind of a, you know, a pick and choose of ranting and raving from Albert's beautiful you know, made up mouth here. I don't, there's literally a line of hair on my face right now, and it's crooked, and it like goes over my cheek. You know, this whole having facial hair thing, it's I paid for this. This was paid for. Would you and I don't know what's wrong with it. Like, I don't know. Anyways, I hope that you guys have a really good day. Thank you for a really good night. Be safe out there. Don't be stupid. Don't drink and drive. If you're gonna have anything at all to drink, make sure you got a designated driver, a lift, a parent, somebody that's gonna come and make sure that you're not, endangering yourself and or the other people around you. So have a safe and fun, happy Friday night. I hope that you guys take care of yourselves. Jackie Chan says goodbye, and until next time, we'll see everyone later. All right, bye.